All right, so here's an example of our next project, which is a 2-point perspective project. So don't panic when you look at this. We're going to break it down so that you all will know how to do something like this. And today what we're going to start with is like a rough draft so that you guys familiarize yourself with 2-point perspective and how to create the different buildings and things like that. So we're going to do 3 boxes, one above the horizon line, one on the horizon line, and one below the horizon line, so that you can kind of get an idea of how it works. So what you're going to need is a blank sheet of paper, a ruler, a pencil, eraser if you have it, and then if you have a Q-tip, those work really well for the shading later. So what you're going to do is you're going to start off with a line that's a little bit above the halfway point, and you're going to draw that in. I'm using a portrait style paper just because I want to have enough space for all 3 of my boxes. So what I'm going to do now is put a vanishing point on both sides of my paper, or I'm sorry, of the horizon line. And we're going to start with the box that is above the horizon line. So what we're going to do is take our ruler and we're going to draw a line that is about 1.5 inches or so long, that's parallel to the edges of the paper. Then what we're going to do is take the top of that line and we're going to line it up to the vanishing point, and we're going to draw a line. Same thing with the bottom of the line to the vanishing point. And then I'm going to connect these 2 lines with a line that is parallel to the original line or the edge of the paper again. Then you can erase any of that extra line that might be there. And we're going to do the same thing, but now going to the horizon line on the right. So I'm going to draw in here, and I'm going to draw there, and then again connecting them with a line that is parallel, like so. So now I've got the 2 sides, but I still need the bottom of the box. So this can get a little bit tricky because now we're going from over here to this vanishing point and from here to this vanishing point. So I'm going to take my pencil and I'm going to line it up to the vanishing point. I'm going to draw my line. Same thing here, but now I'm going to this vanishing point, like so. And then I can erase that extra line here, and I now have the 1 box above the horizon line. Next, we're going to do the one that's on the horizon line. So you're going to just take your ruler and you're going to draw a parallel line again that comes right across the horizon line. Then we're going to go same as we did at the top, but with this one, you're only going to see 2 sides of the box. You're not going to see a top or a bottom because it is directly on that horizon line. I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. Oops, that's a little bit off. I'll fix that in a second. Connect with my parallel line. I'm going to just move this line up slightly. Then I need my parallel line on this side. And then I can erase the extra lines, and then I can also erase that horizon line that's going through the middle of my box. All right, so now we've got the top, and now we've got the middle, and now I'm going to do another box down here, and it's going to be a little longer just so you can kind of see like how a tower might look. And again, going to the vanishing point on both sides. Okay, and then again, I still need the top of the box. So from here to my right vanishing point, and then from here to my left vanishing point, and then where they connect. Now I have my 3 boxes drawn in, and now I want to shade them. So what I need to think about is where the light source is coming from. So imagine I have my sun up here, So that means my light's shining down across the boxes like so. So the surface right here is going to be my lighter surface, and the top of this box is going to be the lighter surface. The shadows and the shading, the darker parts, are going to be these back sides here. So what we want to do when we're shading is use the edge of our lead or the side of our lead, and we're just going to fill them in pretty dark. So I'm applying a pretty good amount of pressure in order to fill in that darkness. Now the bottom of my box might see a little bit of light, so I'm going to fill that one in still fairly dark, but not so bad. Okay, I can always come back with my eraser and kind of clean up little edges where I may have gotten out of the lines. And then I'm going to use my Q-tip to kind of blend all of that together. Now I have quite a bit of lead still on my pencil here, so I'm just going to use that for my light side. Not even apply any more pencil. So now I have my box with 3 different values, and that's what we want to do. So now I'm going to move to this one. This side's going to be my lighter side because that's where the sun's coming from. So this side's going to be the darker side. Okay, and then just a light value here. Again, Q-tip to blend it all in. And then I'm going to come back with my eraser just for those little smudges that kind of came outside of the lines, just so I have a really nice sharp edge to the box. Okay. And then the last one, the top is where the light's going to hit the most, so you're not going to have very much shading or value there at all. This side's going to be our dark side again. And then again, we're going to have a lighter value here. Q-tip to blend. I would take a little more time than I am right now. I just don't want the video to get to be too long. Blending this here. And then just a little bit on that top area. So again, coming back with my eraser on these edges to really sharpen up like so. Oops, down here too. So now I have my 3 boxes above, on, and below the horizon line. These ones are going to have 3 sides because you're going to see the sides plus a bottom, and then this one, the 2 sides plus the top. This one on the horizon line, you're only going to see the 2 sides. Now, if you wanted to, you could add in some mountains, something like that. And your shadows would be here. Something like so. And then you would be finished with this rough draft.